Hello beautiful yogi, I hope this finds you well. Coming to the front of your mat and finding your balance. On your next inhale, lift the arms up to the sky, stretch as high as you can, keep the belly nice and strong. On the exhale, folding forwards from the hips all the way down. Lift the chest slightly as you inhale, and on the exhale, placing both hands on the mat and stepping back into a plank. Got a straight back. Bend the elbows to the back of the mat, bring the torso down, push on the hands and come into a cobra, and then tuck back into a child's pose. So we're really just warming up the spine, starting to warm up the muscles. Lean forwards once more into a cobra. So we've got a little slight bend in the elbows. And tuck into a plank again. Strong belly, strong back. Putting both feet forwards and fold forwards. On your next inhale, come all the way up, hands up to the sky. On your next exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. And step both feet back into a plank. Bend the elbows to the back of the mat. Come up into a cobra. Soft shoulders away from the ears. And tucking back into a plank position. Nice and firm. Pushing your bottom back, and then the feet come forwards into a forward fold. On your next inhale, come all the way up, stretch the hands up to the sky. On the exhale, coming forwards again. Just letting the neck hang. Bring the hands to the mat again and step back into a plank. So we're building lots of heat here. Bend the elbows to the back of the mat. Bring the torso down. And then push with the hands and come into a cobra. Pushing up into a plank position. And then half a downward dog, and then bring the feet forwards to the mat again. Stretch the hands up to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, folding forwards. Bring the hands to the mat and step the right foot back. Just coming into a low lunge. Keep the left knee bent and no further forwards than the heel. Stretch the arms up if you choose to. Keep the belly nice and strong and core engaged. This is your warrior one, your Virabhadrasana one. Put the heel at the back heel to the floor, and open up the arms to the sides and come into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So again, that front knee is bent and it's placed right over the top of the heel or behind. Place the back hand gently on the leg and stretch the front hand all the way up to the sky. This is Reverse Warrior. Be careful of where your neck is. You might like to look forwards, or you can look up to the sky. And then coming back into your Warrior 2 position. Palms of the hands are facing downwards. Shoulders are relaxed. The face is facing forwards. The gaze is just past the middle finger. Now bring the front arm, the forearm resting on the front leg. And stretch the back arm all the way up. Again, your neck can be looking at, also your face can be looking at the sky, or it can be looking at the ground. And then bring the arm over the ear, stretching it out to the side. So we've got a beautiful side stretch here. Try to push on the outside of the right foot. And then coming back into your Warrior 2. Nice strong arms, shoulders away from the ears. Really strong legs here. Beautiful warriors. Bring the hands down. Twist the torso so you're facing forwards again, and stretch the hands up to the sky. Back into a warrior one. Virabhadrasana 1. Soft shoulders. Straighten that front leg and then fold forwards over the front leg. Now it doesn't matter where you can touch here, this is a very strong stretch. Don't ever bounce, just breathe. On each breath out, relax even more. Your knees can have a little bend in them. And then bringing the back foot forwards a little, balance on the hands, lift the back leg up, engage the belly, find a place that isn't moving you can see in front of you, and perhaps lift the hands up. So now we're in Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Bring the hands down to the mat, the back foot down to the mat, and relax. Stretch the hands up to the sky, big breath in. And a nice breath out as you fold forwards. Bringing the left foot back this time, stretching up, both arms beside the ears, coming into your Warrior 1 position. Watch that front knee is just over the heel or behind it. Open up into your Warrior 2 position, palms facing downwards, shoulders soft, the back heel down, and the same amount of pressure on both feet. So really placing yourself in the middle. And then the back hand comes to the back leg and stretch the front hand up to the sky. Either look up or look across, depending on how your neck feels. And coming back into a Warrior 2 position, looking forwards. Bending the front forearm and resting it on that front leg, and stretch the back arm up to the sky, either looking to the sky or looking forwards. And if you want to extend that stretch, bring that arm all the way over towards the ear, remembering to push on the outside of that left foot. So feeling the stretch throughout the whole side of the body. And coming back into your Warrior 2 position. So strong, strong arms, strong legs. Your gaze, your drishti, just past the third finger of the front arm. And then twisting the torso forwards, dropping the hands, and then bringing the arms up beside the ears and coming back into your Warrior 1 position, Virabhadrasana 1. Straighten the front leg and softly fold yourself over that front leg. We can have a little bend in the knee. We never want to lock our knees in these positions. As we breathe in, lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, relax. And then bring the back foot forwards a little. Bring the hands forwards to balance. Bring the back leg up. Might like to just stay there today. Or you can try and come into the Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3, and bring the hands forwards. So just finding a position on the floor in front of you that you can bring your focus. Bringing the hands down to the mat, the foot down to the mat, and soften and relax in a forward fold. Bring the back straight, have a nice breath in. And then your next breath in, come all the way up and bring the hands up towards the sky. And relax the hands next to you. Come into a nice wide stance now on your mat. Bring the right foot forwards, the left foot the toes come in, the heels come out. And stretching the arms right out. Stretch the right hand as far forwards as you possibly can. And then the hand comes down towards the mat. And the left hand comes up towards the sky. So we're coming into a triangle pose, Trikonasana. If you can't touch the mat, very, very gently rest your hand on your shin, not putting too much pressure on your shin. And see where your neck is comfortable. You might like to bring it forwards, or you might like to try and look up towards your fingers. We're trying to move the left hip away. So you'll feel that this is a really big stretch into the inner thigh. And coming up, bringing the hands up and relaxing down, swapping over feet. So the left foot comes out, the right toes come in slightly, the heels come out. Bring the hands up as you would into Warrior Two. Stretch the left hand as much as you can over to the side. And then bring the hand down to wherever's comfortable for you. And perhaps the other hand up towards the sky. Again, try and find a comfortable position for your neck or look up towards the top hand. And then try and tuck the right hip away. We don't need to make much of a movement with that right hip to feel it in the inner thigh. It's an amazing stretch. Trikonasana is a very, very beautiful pose. It strengthens so many different areas of our bodies, but it also stretches. Also a balancing pose, beautiful. And then coming up on the in-breath and relax the hands. Coming to stand at the front of your mat, finding your balance, finding your breath. And bringing the right knee in towards you. Just lace your hands around the outside of the knee or perhaps underneath the knee, depending on your flexibility. So finding that balance, stay there if you want to. And you might like to bring your foot around towards your bottom and just hold it with your right hand. So we can feel the stretch in the front of the thigh here. Find your balance, engage your core, relax your shoulders, relax your face. You might like to take this a little bit further. So just finding your balance. Bring the left arm up towards the ear, and then we're going to bring the left hand forwards as much as we can as we fold forwards and lift the right foot into a dancer's pose. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. And then coming back into the middle and relaxing down. Again, finding your balance. Bring the left knee up and holding it again just on the outside of the knee or underneath the knee, depending on how you're feeling. Staying there if you want to, it's a beautiful balancing pose. Or you might like to tuck the knees in together. And you might like to hold on to the outside of the left foot towards the bottom. Find your balance, find the center of your body. Perhaps stretch the right hand up to the sky next to the ear. And once more, find your balance. And you might like to bring the body forwards, the foot backwards, and stretch the hand forwards as much as you can into a dancer's pose. Remember to breathe. Remember to be graceful. And coming on back. And taking a few breaths. Stretch your hands up to the sky. Fold into a nice chair pose. So we're bending our knees together, our feet are together, And so as we're going to sit on a chair, try to go as low as you can. Our hands or our arms are next to our ears. We're stretching the hands forwards. We're pulling the tailbone down. This is a very strong, very stabilizing pose. Nice breaths, keep the belly engaged. And then relax and fold forwards. You'll feel really nice when you do that. Have nice soft knees. We're going to step the right foot and the left foot and come into a plank. We're going to have a variation of the plank now. So the plank, you can be on your knees or with the knees up, but you can also do it just on one foot, balancing the other foot on top of the heel and swapping over. And coming down. We're going to come into an upward facing dog. So this is a cobra with the knees up. So we just sort of roll over and forwards, and then we can all bring the knees down and we can all rest in a child's pose. I really like to rest in child's pose with my knees out to the sides and my feet together, my toes together. Just finding a child's pose that suits you. Coming back onto your hands and knees, and then resting down into a nice sphinx pose. So this is like a baby cobra, but we're not on our hands, we're on our forearms. So we're just winding down, but we're still stretching out the front of the body and engaging the back of the body. Bring the left forearm across the body, bend the right foot in towards the bottom, and hold the foot with your right hand. You might need a scarf to do this. Another way that we can do this is hold the inside of the foot, or we can bring the foot into the elbow. If we have soft shoulders, this is a lot easier to do. And then relax down. Bring the right forearm across the body, lift the chest as you twist, and bring the hand back and hold the outside of the left foot. Or get a strap or a scarf and wrap it around. You might like to hold the inside of the right foot, and then you might like to tuck that right foot into the elbow. And unravel yourself and relax down. Bring your chest down to the ground, your forehead to the ground. Take a few nice breaths. Feel the movement of the belly as you breathe. With the palms facing the sky, lift the arms as though you want to press the ceiling up. Remember to breathe. This is quite a strong pose. And relax the hands down. Nice breaths. This time lift the legs straight as you can, without locking the knees as always. But really pull the legs up, the knees up. Remember to breathe. And relax the legs down. We're going to put that all together. Bring the arms up. Bring the legs up. And if you feel ready, Bring the shoulders up and the chest up. Please remember to breathe, soften your face, don't clench your jaw. You're working so many amazing muscles at the back of your body now. Getting really strong. And relax down. We're going to push back into a very well-deserved child's pose. So we have worked the muscles at the back of the body, and now we need to relax them. So we have a balance in our body. We've strengthened the muscles, and now we're going to relax them and allow them to rejuvenate and just contain all of that beautiful work that we have just given our bodies. Bring the hands around to the front. Push with the hands. Bring the legs around to the front and come into lying on your back. Bring the hands out to the sides at a 45-degree angle. Relax your shoulders completely. Relax your feet. I like to bring my feet out to the sides of the mat. Allow the toes to relax out to the sides. Taking a few moments to get yourself nice and comfortable. And just as I said before, we need to balance our bodies. So we did a lot of strength and standing poses. So now we're going to give our bodies a rest in the lying poses. So connecting with your breath. Feel the movement of your belly as you inhale. Feel your belly relax as you exhale. Every time you exhale, feel yourself relaxing, letting go. As you relax even further, feel your body starting to become heavy, supported by the ground underneath you, supported by Mother Earth. Yoga is a beautiful way of strengthening and stretching our bodies and our minds, because sometimes we think we can't do something and we do it. It strengthens our will. It strengthens our capabilities. Finding yourself completely relaxed, happy with your practice today. Happy with who you are. Happy with where you are. And happy with what you're doing. Everything is right now. Starting to bring your awareness back to your fingers and your toes. Perhaps a little movement or pressing the thumb and the pads of the fingers together. Resting here for as long as you want, or bending the knees and bringing the feet as far onto the mat as you can. And just rocking both knees over to the left, over to the right, over to the left, over to the right, just bringing some fluid back into the spine. Bringing some nice movement back into the hips. I find if I have no time for a half-hour practice, that's the one practice that I do. And then rolling to the sides, whatever side is comfortable for you. Resting your head on your hand. And when you're ready, coming to sit in a comfortable position. Bringing the hand to the heart center. Giving yourself some gratitude for the practice that you have given yourself today. And thinking of something else that you can be grateful for today. Namaste.